What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's your boy, Matty Reigns, your reigning and defending. I am no longer the predictions champion. It is no longer me, and it's no longer Mike. But I ain't going to say who it is because until somebody else figures it out, I ain't going to say it. until somebody's able to figure it out, I ain't going to say it. But what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's Monday, Martin Luther King Day. It's also Inauguration Day, but it is also the National Championship. I got my brother with me, Mike Hall, Mike Jones. Hope everybody's having them a wonderful week. Mike, how you doing? I know the week just started, but I hope everybody's had them a great, wonderful weekend. It's cold as shit outside, so wherever you are, and it's cold. I hope you are inside and staying warm. But Mike, more importantly, how the hell are you doing?
Yeah! It's time, baby. It is time. In a little under an hour and a half, it is kickoff for the National Championship. Matt and I's Ohio State Buckeyes. We're looking to secure our 9th national title in our program history. I can't wait. The redemption tour is coming to a close, and it's going to end with a natty. Also, I'm getting old. So, not only is it Dr. King Day,
right?
Inauguration. A lot of us are off of work today because of Dr. King Day, but it's also a very special day because my first best friend on this earth, my little sister, turns 30 years old today. Her name is Monique.
Happy birthday, Monique. You got me feeling old.
Yeah, because like when Matt first met my sister was a teenager.
Right, she was in high school and I knew her.
That's how long me and Matt been brothers. He met my sister when she was in high school. And I feel old, man, but I also feel great. My little sister is 30 years old today. She's finally in the 30 club. Little sister, I love you. I was with you this weekend. You know, we had a nice brunch together, got lit off some mimosas, had a great time. Sis, I love you. I hate that it's cold and shit on your birthday, but I know, knowing you, you know, you don't.
Me and her, we used to that shit now. It's the January baby.
She knows how to celebrate her birthday in this cold ass month of January. So, sis, I love you. I hope you had a great day. And go Bucks! And shout out to our chat. Shout out to our brother Tito, as always. Shout out to Batty. Shout out to Cookies, Kanisha, and a heavily shout out to our brother Reggie.
As always, yes. I was just thinking about Reggie earlier, just a few minutes ago. I ain't gonna say earlier today, just a few minutes ago, because Justin made some moves for DX. So I'm like, oh, okay. He ain't do nothing. He picked up Ilya Dragunov. And as I say that name, but before I say that, because Mike said his little spiel for Ohio State, now y'all gonna hear me talk my shit. Y'all see the hoodie I got on? It says Champions Today. We are playing the ever illustrious, if you want to call them that, the Golden Domers of Notre Dame, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. If any other time, I fucks with Notre Dame. I likes Notre Dame, but not today. I don't care about Notre Dame. I don't care about Notre Dame whatsoever. When they play Ohio State, it's always a great occasion. This should be a layup. This should be really a layup for Ohio State to finally get their 9th fucking championship. We have been trying to get that 9th one since 2014, and we should be already on like 11 or 12 by now. But you know what? You're there. We're gonna find. This should be the layup. This should be the championship. I already have so much money set aside for me to buy merchandise. And if y'all thought I went crazy when the Lakers won, I didn't. Because when the Lakers won the championship, I only bought the shirt and a beer koozie. I bought 2 shirts and a beer koozie. State wins, though, that's going to be different. Because I've been setting money aside. I've been waiting on them to win. So if they do win, if this happens, there will be so much merchandise. Ohio State. Well, I will just say this: if y'all ain't cheering on Ohio State, I will just say this as food for thought. Why does Matt get happy when Ohio State plays Notre Dame? Because a long time ago, I read this book called The Ohio State Football Encyclopedia. And I basically know a lot of stuff. I know too much stuff about Ohio State. I already knew this before like internet even came out. Notre Dame has not beaten Ohio State since 1936. Last time I checked, people couldn't do anything in 1936. It was a whole lot of stuff that we couldn't do now. Basically, it's basically almost been 100 years since they have beaten Ohio State. It's probably not going to happen today. So let's just keep that streak going for another 90-something more. Just keep it going. But as for going into our little bit of news, because I did just bring up Josh Alexander, well, not Josh Alexander, but AEW and all, well, not AEW, TNA Impact and all that. And what up, Tito? Tito said Reggie believed in Joe Henry. Reggie definitely believed in Joe Henry. Only other name I know is the Hunchback. Yeah, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah. Last night was TNA Genesis. We had the rare Sunday pay-per-view. So that happened. But before we get into that, we had a little bit of news. Because before we go, because that is going to be that recap of Genesis. Yeah, let's see. Which one you want to do? You want to do news or Genesis? Okay. So Genesis. Last night was TNA Genesis, and it was an interesting show. It was a pretty decent show. They told us right off the bat that we was gonna have some NXT people there, and they hit us upside the head with that during the pre-show. We had Ariana Grace, aka Santino Morello's daughter. Mm-hmm. She basically has ushered in this new partnership. And right after that, after she's done talking, we get Mike's protege, Mike's boy, the one and only Ashanti Adonis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ashanti the fucking Adonis comes out and issues an open challenge. And Jake something was the person that answered that challenge, and Mike already knows what happened after that.
Shanti got his ass whooped.
Yeah, Jake beat the something out his ass. Tito, shout out to the fans who let Tessa know what she is. Yes, shout out to them definitely for that. So that was the first. That was the pre-show match. Then after that, we had Frankie Kazarian. We all picked Frankie Kazarian beating Leon Slater. And that's exactly what he did. Leon tried to go for a 450 splash. Kazarian put his knees up for the block, got a roll up, and grabbed the tights on top of that to get the win. So that's how the pre-show ended. And this goes right into our first little bit of news. TNA also debuted last night their new ring announcer because, as you know, Josh Alexander's wife, Jade Chung, has left the company. And as we'll go further into the show, spoiler alert, Josh Alexander is basically on his way out of TNA also. So, but the new ring announcer for TNA is Mackenzie Mitchell. If y'all don't remember who that is, she used to be on NXT. She is Vic Joseph's actual wife in real life. So she has landed on her feet, thankfully, in the wrestling world. And we opened the show with I wasn't expecting this to open the show, but it was a good-ass match. Ace Austin versus Moose for the X Division Championship. That match was good as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was times where it did look like Ace Austin might win. I was getting worried.
I picked motherfucker just cause, and I'm like, no, whatever. You know, if you was with us Thursday when we predicted this show, it was a whole lot of well, fuck it. Let's pick this person. Let's pick that person. What up,
yeah.
What up, yeah. Moose is one of the best. First of all, both of these guys are one of the best, two of the best wrestlers in the world. Mm-hmm. Especially with Moose because he can wrestle with anybody. Big men, smaller guys like Ace Austin, just makes it worse. And Ace, and I know we had talked about it in our group chat also. At some point, they need to put the TNA World Title on Ace.
Yeah, like I was like at this, like watching that match, I'm like, is this gonna be? At some point, y'all gotta stop. Like we know, like I understand. You still want us to think about Chris Bay and keep Chris Bay like forever in our mind and all that. And that's essentially what y'all do with Ace Austin. But at some point, y'all gonna have to do something with Ace Austin. Like he can't just be coming out here doing the ABC jump and losing, and then when it's somebody else, he wins. Like if it's not a championship match, he's gonna win. But when the title's on the line, oh, he gonna lose. Like y'all gonna either Rey Mysterio him and let him win. He's gonna have to win some gold because we don't know when Chris Bay is coming back. Right. And at some point in time, it's like y'all gonna have to just make him Ace Austin again. He can't just be ABC. Who are we? Hey, he can't be that. He's just gonna have to be the motherfucker. He's gonna have to be something. But like he can still dedicate all his matches to Chris Bay, but he's gonna have to be Ace Austin at some point.
Yeah, like we don't know. To your point, Matt, we don't know when Chris Bay is gonna return, and we definitely don't know when those two are gonna reunite.
Right.
So you're gonna have to put ABC not totally to the side, but like Matt said, Ace Austin has to get back to being Ace Austin. It's time for him to have a single push now, because the time frame for Chris Bay is unknown.
Yeah,
like we don't know. Like he had a devastating neck injury a couple months ago that left him motionless in the ring. He had to get stretchered out, and they have a GoFundMe for him right now. And so it's going to be an extremely strenuous time for Chris Bay.
Right.
Extreme strength, especially when you're talking about the neck and you talk about possible paralysis. And we don't know. We don't know what happened with Chris Bay outside of when he got injured, they immediately rushed him to the hospital and had emergency surgery on his neck. Outside of that, we don't know the stats because they kept that private. So
yeah, that's you literally gave the rundown. What they've told us, that's everything they've told us. We don't know anything else besides that. Like we know he's alert. We know he's like some of them, like he exchanges texts and he talks to some of them on the phone. But we ain't seen him on camera since whenever his last match was. Because I'm not even going to count. Because if you saw the footage of him getting stretchered out, that we weren't even supposed to see that.
Right. Because I've been on since Sunday night, since they put that promo up for Chris Bay, I done been down a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been summarizing everything that's happened since that injury and the coverage of it. And Sean Rapp, he even said on his Twitter, like, hey, Sean Sapp, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has said anything. Like they've kept it private. And they have the right to do so. There's him and his family have the right to do so. So So what we know all of that to be, let's keep it moving with Ace being a singles guy, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta get it going. You gotta find him an avenue, because a couple years ago he was one of the top guys.
Right.
With two of the top guys.
That was literally the whole reason. Like when they became a tag team, we're like, what the hell are they becoming? Oh, they're even better as a tag team. Like, okay.
And they were two of their top singles guys.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they both joined Bullet Club. And it's like, oh shit, they're a tag team. Oh, hell yeah. This is a super team. Chris Bay, Ace Austin, that's a fucking super team. Right. So now we got to get back. It's time for Ace to find a singles avenue.
Because I know they're hoping and praying and they're wishing for the best. Oh yeah, he's gonna get better, and we're gonna have we'll have Ace of Bay. We'll be right back. ABC be back. Yeah, but y'all also have to think about real life.
Yeah.
He might not come back.
Right.
And then Ace Austin is just stuck. Like you're having enough people. The only thing I can hope for is now that you have the people like Josh Alexander leaving and people like Speedball leaving, that's giving him an opportunity to rise on up. Because it's not like they're replacing. It's not like they're replacing any of these people with anyone. So after Moose defeated Ace Austin, the system comes out there for a beatdown, which leads us right into our next match. We didn't even predict on this match. It was Eric Young and Steve Macklin defeating the system. It was a decent match. Greg brought up the fact that it's still kind of strange that Steve Macklin is a face. And at first, I kind of just I saw what Greg I read what Greg was saying, but I had just kind of just kept it moving. And then after the match ended, and I saw how the music was playing, and I look at Steve Macklin and I see the crowd cheering. I was like, okay, I see what Greg is talking about, because this is all sorts of weird. Because this man don't even look like he don't even look like he should be getting cheered.
Yeah, I don't. Look, ever since he got signed with Impact, with TNA, been in TNA, been a TNA World Champion, we've all become fans of Macklin.
Right.
I don't like face Macklin. I don't like this.
Yeah, this is.
I don't like this. I need Macklin as a heel. His character is way more interesting as a heel.
They got him and EY together, and that just made it even more weird. I'm like, yeah,
I don't.
Y'all are two people that are better as heels.
Exactly. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like it. I need heel Macklin, and I need heel EY. If those two were a heel tag team, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If those two were heels, absolutely. I'll be all for it, but I don't like them as faces. No. Those two characters should never be faces.
Then after this, we had in the match that we all got wrong. It's TNA, and as soon as it happened, I said, of course, we all got a match wrong. It's TNA. It's not a TNA pay-per-view unless we all get a match wrong. For the Knockouts tag titles, Spitfire successfully defeated and defended their tag titles against Ash and Heather by Elegance. Ash and Heather came out as the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. That's what Mongo was talking about in the chat, where he was like, Mike, did you see your girl? Yeah, that match was ass. That match was ass. I felt bad for Spitfire to really carry them. The only thing Ash by Elegance can still, oh shit, Cookie's here. Cookies. I'm so glad you were here.
What up, Cookies?
Cookies. Brother. We gotta have a talk, brother. Because congratulations. I know Batty ain't here, but I'm just gonna let you know. Hey, you are the new predictions champion, brother.
Oh shit.
He beat her because Batty had 2, 4, 5. He had 2, 4, 6. But they both had their +1s. But she picked Dolph, he picked Joe Henry. So that's
Batty, you picked Dolph.
Hey. So my boy. Damn right. I was just sitting up here looking in the comments like, Cookies, one of them gonna pop up. I'm like, one of them gonna get the news. I was like, whoever pop, somebody gonna get bad news. Somebody gonna get good news. It all depends on who pop up. It was Cookies. I'm like, cool. Because if it was bad, I'd be like, please don't hurt me. But you lost. Yeah, that like me and Mike said, that match was not good. Like the best thing about Ash by Elegance is that girl can really take a beating. What's up, Hassan? Yes, happy Martin Luther King Day. A lot of stuff has happened today. It's Inauguration Day, National Championship Day, and I retweeted on Twitter, college football season should have ended like 2 weeks ago. If they worried about the seating and all that for the playoff, I don't like my college football going all the way to Martin Luther King weekend. Like, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
we need to be on some NFL type shit. Next week is like, come on, let's end it. This shit this shit been going since August.
Yeah. Like that. Look, the 12-team playoff, it's a great idea. But when you think about it in real time to not put us look, we almost at the end of January. And we just now getting to the national championship.
I'm like, my birthday is next fucking week, and I'm gonna be just now crowning. And 10 years ago, Ohio State had already been champions for at least 10 days at this point. We'd have already crowned the national champion. Like, come on. The whole calendar for this fucks everything up. Because on top of that, even if you want to enter the transfer portal, if you're one of these people in this right now, how you gonna go somewhere? And you either leaving your team and say at the beginning saying, fuck y'all, I'm finding my new team, or you staying and you already know who your team is, but you just staying because you being a team player. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, we'll give y'all 5 extra days. We'll give you 5 days after this game to make your decision. No. How about we have the season end a whole lot sooner? We need to chop some games away. There's no reason August to basically February. And then we're going to blink and they're going to be talking about spring game. Like, no.
And you just read my mind because tomorrow up until spring ball, it's pretty much like an off season now. Because what's about to be on and popping like popcorn? The goddamn transfer portal. You don't see some of these guys transferring from this team to that team. Guys getting stuck in the portal, trying to figure out if they need to go back to the school they came from. They really done a job of making college football the mini NFL.
I was gonna say this is a super baby NFL now. Like it ain't even like there's no blurred lines. They're just literally just the same thing, except they're just college kids. Mm-hmm. And then in the most fucked up, and I don't blame anybody because the match I'm about to talk about, I was watching the pay-per-view up until this point. I was freely watching it, and I knew whenever they said this match was next, I was clicking it off. Nothing against Jordan Grace, but I know what's going to happen. You had Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace. The highlight of this match, Tito brought it up. Y'all know how I feel about Jordan Grace. I don't fucking care about her. And she's just flat out a racist. Thank you, Cookie. It really is too much, but I'm a bitch college ball. Hey.
Yeah, Tessa Blanchard.
They called this bitch a red. And like someone said on Twitter, yes, wrestling, TNA Genesis was cool. Like someone said, that was the highlight of the match. That whole crowd basically said, they said, you're a racist. You're a racist. And like someone said on Twitter, you know it's bad if you got a town like Dallas calling you racist. Right. Dallas, Texas. You had Dallas, Texas calling you racist. You had the most racist people there could possibly be calling you racist.
Right.
It's just like that was the only part that shocked me because it was like the match. I knew she was gonna beat her. I didn't want to see her beat her because there's no reason they had to be fighting. Jordan Grace went on the record saying she never wanted to fight that girl, and yet y'all are making her do the job, lay on her back for that girl. Like, no, we see through this bullshit. It's some bull. It was all pure fuckery. Also, other stuff we found out as we were watching in the chat, because I shared it. If you didn't notice, Tessa was doing some of Tasha Steele's moves. And you saw the tweet I put in there, one of the girls I follow, wrestle aunties I follow. She's like, oh, she doing one of Tasha's moves. And that girl was cool with Tasha. So she's like, oh, she doing one of my friend's moves. And then Sean Ross Sapp retweeted and was like, not only is she doing her move, he's like, Tasha still ain't even cool with Tessa like that. She didn't even shake her hand upon her return. She was like, "Get out my face, bitch. I know how you feel about us. Like, keep going." And it's like, like this is another like, wow, how blatant. This how far can she go? Like, bruh, she really doesn't give a fuck.
And then after the match, you saw a clip where they were backstage greeting Jordynne Grace, and everybody's giving them a round of applause. And of course, the first one in front of the curtain is Shovel Chin, Tessa Blanchard. You see Jordynne walk right on past her and just tell everybody here, bring it on in, bring it on in. And it's just like, yeah.
She played her ass to the left. She was not. It was like, it's clear that nobody fucks with you. Like, it's so, that's why it's really why I just was flat out just stop even. Like, I love TNA. That's a promotion that I literally just saw on the just random when they started getting on TV. It was like, oh, I know about them. They're the people that used to have the weekly pay-per-views. My mom wasn't doing that. She was like, we pay for cable. So if they show up on this, you can see them.
Right.
She was like, I'm not paying an extra bill to see this bullshit. So when I started seeing them, I saw them go through a lot of bullshit. Yeah. But this is the lowest. Like, this is bringing somebody like her back, honestly, like made me. I'll watch them, but it's like if I see her come on, I'm turning the channel. And if I come back, I come back. And that's what I did with this. It's like I'm turning this off because I know she's going to beat her. Me and Mike just brought up the whole fact of they have played her as they don't. She is the redheaded stepchild. It's like, oh, here she comes.
Yeah,
I could see that maybe, possibly.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
That's not gonna happen.
No,
Vince is not buying TNA. With this new partnership, we brought it up last week. I do think with this partnership with NXT/WWE, and if y'all didn't see it last night, you had not only did you had Triple H and HBK both tweeting, telling folks to watch TNA Genesis last night. So yes, in the year 2025, you had D-Generation X retweeting, telling us to watch Total Nonstop Action.
Yeah.
Who would have fucking thought that?
Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that WWE will be promoting TNA wrestling? It's one thing to have Mickie James show up with the Knockout title. It's one thing to have Jordynne Grace show up at the Rumble with the Knockout title. But when they're promoting the whole damn company and have a multi-year partnership with them, oh yeah, that's how you know times have changed.
Man.
And yeah, like back to Grace, like we all love Jordynne Grace. Like Jordynne Grace is one of my favorites. Like that,
right? Woman, she the OG Big Mama Punk.
Exactly. That woman is phenomenal. Like that woman is one of the best in the world, regardless of gender. She is fucking phenomenal, and it shows her character. To like what Matt said, basically doing it for the company. This is her last match with the company. She said, all right, I'll take this L. But you saw the love and admiration that everybody backstage had for her. All of her peers. All of her peers. So, and the word cancer, like when Punk was in AEW, and they use words like cancer for him in the locker room. Oh no, this is a true cancer.
Yeah,
that's a true cancer in that locker room. Absolute. She has not one ally in that locker room, and rightfully so. So I look at Anthem. I'm just like, why did you decide to bring this girl back? Why?
Oh, because this was she has one ally. And I love this ally. But at the same time, this ally has had his own type of issues too prior to becoming a wrestler. Mr. Moose.
Yeah.
He goes, because when she initially came back, it was people talking shit. And he was getting his shuck and jive on because people started calling him the C word. Instead of Moose, come.
Yeah. I remember now. Moose, yeah. That wasn't a good look for Moose.
So Moose goes to bat for Tessa. He don't play about Tessa. So it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, you know what?
Hey.
You know what? Moose, that's his friend. He fucking
right.
That's his friend. Like, and I know I can speak for a lot of people out here. Sometimes you got a friend that's shitty. You know he is shit, but you love him. You know they ain't shit. Ain't about shit. But you love him because you know him for a long time. You share a lot of spaces together, and that's your friend. So you know what? I can't fault Moose.
Right.
But I can't fault Moose.
So then after that bullshit, we had our I Quit match. Mike Santana defeating Josh Alexander. And that match was that was the match you needed to have come on after the bullshit you had to sit through of Tessa and Jordan, because you knew Jordan was gonna lose. So it's just like, how long is this about to be? It's gonna kill your mood regardless. If you have a conscience, you're like, I really gotta look at this girl beat her. So they brought it back, and he was about to murder that man using them steps. He was about to bash his fucking teeth in. He finally said, I quit. I was like, oh, that's what it took to make you say I quit. Because I was like, he about to do it. I'm like, TNA about to do it. TNA about to do some Game of Thrones shit.
It was bad enough. He was getting beat inside his fucking abdomen by the goddamn slapjack. I'm like, oh God, oh damn.
I'm like,
if you don't know what a slapjack is, ladies and gentlemen, a slapjack is 2 cue balls inside of a sock. It's basically used that to pow, 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 pow.
And he still didn't quit. He was like, you're not the dude. And I'm like, oh my God, you just gonna die.
Spitting up blood. The man had internal injuries and he's spitting up blood. But yeah, when he's about to get American History X.
Right, that man was about to get curb stomped. I'm like, oh yeah, he about to get curb stomped, but he's still not gonna quit. He's just gonna die.
Fight his teeth on those ring steps and bah! Yeah,
that man sensed the hate crime about to happen. He said, oh no, I'm Canadian. No. I quit. No. That man said, no, there will not be a hate crime done to me. No, it will not. Not on MLK weekend.
Yeah, that was definitely an ass whooping.
Like, man, that was then Josh Alexander was like, not only did I quit the match, man, fuck that shit. This nigga crazy. I quit TNA.
I'm out of here.
I'm like, okay, like, we knew you were about to be gone, but all right. Spoiler alert, Santino Marella has already come out as director of authority and told him, hey, my nigga, you can say you quit all you want, but guess what? Your monkey ass is going to show up for this live show that we have, because the next match is about to set up their first live event, Impact in 8 years, which I didn't even know it's been that long. I know they're taped, and I don't really care if they're taped or if they're live, because they're usually pretty good. So the best match of the night, in my opinion, it had the surprise, because they said NXT people were going to be there, and we had Ariana Grace and we had Ashanti, the Adonis, aka Mark's protege. But they fucking blew the fucking roof off the building when they had my motherfucking Power Ranger and Kurt fucking Cobain Fraxium fucking showed up. They pulled up like, hey, we here. The best tag team in the world. We here. And I went off in the chat like, hey, my dudes is here. And y'all probably like, hey, if you're a long-time viewer, I went from hating them, from them calling them Megamind and the Power Ranger, to my fucking Power Ranger and Kurt Cobain. Like, hey, they them dudes. At the second title reign made me realize how fucking lit they are. And the real best tag team in the world is Metaphors, the Meta Girls. But that's neither here nor there.
Damn right. Damn
but
right.
We had the TNA World Tag Team titles on the line with the Rascals versus Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. And I picked the Rascals, and it almost looked like they was about to win. And it came down to Fraxium getting basically jumped by basically the Hardy, one half by Jeff Hardy, and getting murdered by Trey Miguel before they got security told them to go in the back. We end up getting the Hardy Boys successfully winning after their Twist of Fate Swanton combo by Matt and Jeff. And then, spoiler alert, they told us last week that the partnership was happening. And we were like, all right, cool. If y'all was watching, it was probably around the last time Mongo was on here. And I think I even said it in the chat. You might remember. Remember when they had that battle royal? And we was like, who the fuck gonna win this battle royal? And I remember I said it in the NWO chat. Man, I picked up the Rascals. And I don't know who the fuck gonna win this fucking battle royal. If I have Rascals. HBK heard my ass because he's like, hey, nigga, I like what you're writing. Because out of nowhere, the Rascals lost, but they're like, hey, the partnership is real. This Thursday, we will be live doing the pod. So that will technically be a TNA Impact live stream. We'll be live. You will see the NXT tag titles defended in foreign turf. They will be going to Impact to be defended against the Rascals. You'll have Fraxium versus the Rascals live on Impact in their first live Impact event in 8 years. So they are making sure they're making a big deal out of this. So you're going to have that, and you're going to have Josh Alexander also in what will probably be one of his last appearances in TNA. So that is what we're going to get on Thursday, the Hype Up Thursday.
Yeah, and you know what Fraxium showing up, that was the first big crossover move that NXT has done to go over to
yes, that really is.
We've seen Sol Ruka. We've seen No Quarter Catch Crew show up. We knew she was showing up. What up, Batty?
Now, Batty. You
did not win.
Girl, you didn't win. I'm sorry. He beat you by one. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I didn't win either, so we both lost. So don't feel bad. Kenny won. Kenny won on for us.
Oh man!
I still got 2 belts though. I'm have a belt regardless. I'm over here just HBK now. I had my when Moose won. Oh nigga, I had my videos up. I was like, oh yeah, I got a new alter ego ready. If I win again, like, oh, I retained after all these days. Oh, I'm about to talk big shit. I was about to say, I'm like, ain't Cookies black too? Nah, and I don't even know what he look like, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure Cookies is black. Daddy over here got me questioning his race. I'm over here like, I'm pretty sure he's black.
We figured you were gonna pop up at some point, Batty.
Like, see, this is how I went about it. Like I told Cookies when he popped up, I was over here like, all right, I did the results, double checked them and all that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm sitting up here doing the show. I'm like, I keep looking at the comments. Like, I'm waiting to see, like, what up, my hetero homies? Or like, the queen is here. I ain't see nobody, so I just keep going. I saw Cookies pop up. I'm like, all right. I'm like, whoever pops up first, somebody either getting good news or bad news. Cookies popped up first. I was like, hey, Cookies, what up? Congratulations, you won. It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
you to that corner. You to that corner.
oh, cool. And this is where my ass fell asleep on this shit. And I woke back up at the end of it because I was like, oh, okay. Yay. Yeah, I like dozed back off. The Knockouts championship match between Monster Slamovich and Rosemary. I fell asleep somewhere in after Greg said garbage can top.
Yeah.
After he said that, I was like, all right, I lost. I was like, fuck this shit. Because like I said, after Moose won, I was like, oh yeah, we in this, then the Rascals lost. I'm like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like as we read through this is where it's like, I'm like, all right, Tessa won. It's like, all right, Moose won. Oh yeah, I'm about to win this shit. Unannounced match, don't care. Spitfire, we all picked them out, of course. Tessa won, all right. Santana, cool. Matt and Jeff, uh-oh. Oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
That's what I'm at. I'm at. Will you marry? That's what happened to my ass. I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I see how y'all gonna do me to you today. Y'all said, fuck me.
My ass was grass after the first match with Moose when I said, well, I lost.
I was over here like, tell me. Because remember, I came, as soon as I put the stuff in there, I was like, I'm changing my pick, my +1 to Moose, because it was on Rascals. Something told me like, take that +1 off them niggas. Take it off them. I was like, they might win. Oh no, not only did they, I'm so glad I put my +1 on a winner. I would have been I would have been so mad. Been sitting up there like, oh, Rascals gonna win. Lost.
Yeah, I think that's why I was able to just watch the pay-per-view without worries because I lost the first match. I said, well, I lost already. I can just enjoy the show now.
Because I was watching, I forget because it was one of the football. Because one of the football, I was watching Rams and not Rams, but Bills and Ravens, and then I was like, well, this game and got ass. Then it started getting good again. Then Mark Andrews wanted to get on his bullshit. I was like, well, fuck this. Now I gotta watch this fuck ass pay-per-view. So let me see what they gonna do. This match was good. I fell asleep somewhere through it because it was like after a while, it's like Masha's not losing. I know she's not losing. Just get through the bullshit. And they did. After the match, Cora Jade popped up. That's when I woke up. I could hear Booker T in my head going, one mean little sister. Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Shout out Dallas for letting Tessa know what she is. That was the highlight of that, man.
been a very interesting weekend, to say the least.
Right, you had the man that runs fucking Twitter giving a damn Nazi salute out here getting his what he think is European elegance on. That ain't European elegance. Real European elegance is Louis Kaiser, baby, and Gunther.
Damn right.
High fashion out here. We ain't doing that shit no more. We kill fashion with our looks, baby. I ain't European, but hey, European fashion, baby. I've been on that with them. Man, I fucking hate Hulk Hogan.
And Cookies, and you've had it before, brother. Like, hey, we are a part of wrestling culture. You
like at the end, like we always joke around. But at the end of the day, wrestling is for niggas.
Wrestling is for niggas. We make up a huge part of this community as well. In times to change, we in 2025 now. We're gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Like they forget we are the wrestling community that is now that basically like the people that are on social media, we were the children then.
Right.
We remember. We didn't forget. Because we used to sit up and we didn't have WWE Network. We remember that shit just off top. Or we just we were the first people on YouTube before YouTube had rules. So you could just put anything on YouTube. I remember those days because I could watch full-on seasons of General Hospital that were older than me, and they would just be on there. Now, I was watching Power Rangers on YouTube way before they had the official Power Rangers account on YouTube. I remember when that person got X. I remember their account got murdered. Their account got kicked off because Saban was like, run me my money. I was like, oh no. I was like, well, I never gonna see Power Rangers. I just have to buy it on DVD. Now that shit on YouTube for the free. Oh no. But yeah, they think they acting like they think the people that are running wrestling are the old folks, the people that were adults when we were kids. No, it is us. And we know all the bullshit that you told us. They know, you told us to say our prayers and eat our vitamins. Oh, no, Mr. Terry. First of all, we know your name ain't no damn Hulk. We know your name is Terry. And second of all, we know how you feel. And we ain't gonna forget. Tesla, the internet never forgets. No matter how you can delete, no matter what you do, it never forgets. Especially if you say some bullshit like call somebody the N-word with the hard R. We ain't gonna forget. Nobody's ever gonna forget. Even when they bring you up now, Chelsea Green is like, oh, you're gonna really defend a racist, someone like that, a racist bully? Oh no. Because I like those parts of wrestling Twitter where our current wrestlers will sometimes comment on people without saying names. That's the best part of wrestling Twitter. Because the wrestlers will comment. They try not to interact with the fans, but sometimes it forces their hand and they will say some stuff like that just makes them have to speak out. And I don't blame Chelsea Green because she is saying like, oh, somebody's like, oh, you're going to defend X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, it sounds like you're defending a racist bully. Get out of my comments. And she probably blocked them after that. Yep. See, yep. You cookies? Yep. We talked about that too. Like, she came like Tasha ain't cool with her. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll fill you in. We'll fill you back in, Maddie. So last night during the match between Tessa and Jordan, Tessa was doing moves that Tasha Steelz does. One of Tasha's friends on Twitter that I follow also noticed that. She was like, hold up, this bitch doing some of Tasha's moves. Sean Rossat retweeted and was like, not only is she doing some of her moves, back when Tessa returned, Tasha Steelz didn't shake her hand. She did not shake her hand. She's not cool with her. She was like, nah, get out my face. We not cool. And she still just went ahead and what Cookies just said. Still did the moves. Still did the moves. It was like, you know what? I don't give a shit if you don't like me. I'm still do your move. Yes, and like I say about Eddie Ford, this bitch. So that just it's just like this just shows us how much of a bitch she is. So we're gonna get after Masha defeated, we had Cora Jade come out. We're gonna get Cora Jade versus Masha Slamovich somewhere down the line for a knockouts title match. I honestly, when that match happens, Cora Jade was deemed the it girl before Roxanne showed up, and she kept getting hurt. And now Roxanne is getting ready to leave. I feel like if y'all ain't gonna put the NXT women's title on her, if it's gonna be on Julia, let Cora run around in the knockouts division. Let her be that person to do that. So and then in the main event, where all hell fucking broke loose. Joe Henry, finally, TNA believes in Joe fucking Henry.
About fucking time.
Yeah, that crowd popped huge for Cora. They pop huge for them today.
That's why. She was popping out and they popped for her.
Right. Sometimes pop out and show niggas.
They popped for her. They popped for Fraxium. Yeah. Big name finally came over to TNA last night.
And finally, Joe Henry is the TNA. See, I always pick Nick because it's like, hey, I'm gonna do it. That was one of the fucking it's TNA. Like any other time I would have picked Joe. It's like, hey, you never know. I'm gonna pick Nick. I might keep my title, fuck around, keep it. But he didn't, thankfully. I'm glad it finally happened. It was a really good match. You had Ryan Nemeth banned from ringside, but Frankie Kazarian was also talking his shit leading into the match, saying that he was going to cash in if the opportunity arises. So of course, Cash shows up trying to cash in when lo and behold, a guest who will be on tonight's Raw, who it was already said in the comments, JBL showed up. He was in as a tiebreaker, and he hit Kaz with a clothesline from hell, and then knocked out Dolph's brother Ryan, and that's how it gave Joe Henry the opportunity to hit the standing ovation, get the 1, 2, 3, and finally, I mean, we thought he was on his way out. I mean, he could still be. You never know. But it was looking like he was going to be on his way out, going to be in NXT. And I guess he has finally realized it is his time. They have finally realized, what up?
You know, the good thing about this partnership, this multi-year partnership, is that you can extend your time in TNA if you're Joe Hendry, because now you are TNA World Champion. And now you can get a big name from NXT to come over and challenge you for the TNA title. So, hey, because we've been thinking more so along the NXT side of things, and it just hit me. Well, now that Joe Henry is champ, you can see someone like, I know we all hate it. You can see Eddie Thorpe go over and over there.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry. You can see Ethan Page go back to TNA now.
That's who DX just dropped, Ethan Page.
You can have Ethan Page go over there now. We all know his history with TNA.
Right.
Go back over there as a part of NXT and challenge Joe Hendry. Hell, you can send You can send people like you can send Ridge over there. Like you got the people you can send over there now. If you're looking for somebody from NXT, you got people over there that you can send challenge Joe Hendry.
Yeah, TNA is TNA. NXT is they're not as bad as AEW per se, but they are like overloaded with talent and not enough TV time. That's what the best thing about this partnership is. Like some folks are like, oh, it's going to be bad because the TNA is going to probably give all their best folks, but all NXT is going to get is they're just going to give to people that can't get on TV. It's like I don't care that like if I don't want to see Ridge on my TV, preferably on NXT. But if this gives him an opportunity to take his ass down to Impact, yes. Go. Like Wesley probably, like at this point, is clearly obvious. He is the super senior. Mm-hmm. That's why they got him with the smart brother. Because he's basically he's Screech on Saved by the Bell. He's ushering in the new class.
Yep.
He's not, and then when he finally does that call up, it's gonna be long overdue. Essentially, like Roxanne, or even with Joe Hendry getting this belt, because Batty brings up a good point. He should have won it 6 months ago. I agree too. Yeah. Dolph should be losing it just now. He should have been lost it. He didn't need it this one.
Yeah. And then you have stupid matches like AJ Francis versus Dolph.
Right.
Nobody will see that shit. That's what happens when your champion holds the belt for too damn long.
So that we did a little bit of the news. We knocked out some news with the telling y'all about Jordan being on her way out, getting the whole standing ovation and congratulatory everything from everybody backstage. Her just basically ignoring the shit out of Tessa. We told y'all about Tessa being a bitch, stealing the moods. And I told y'all about Josh having basically probably going to have one more match this Thursday on the first live Impact in 8 years. But a little bit of news before we get into tonight's Raw. Reportedly, Britt Baker. Oh, hold up. Oh, do y'all know if Dolph is going back to WWE? I don't think he is. I know he put out a tweet with the belt saying it was a pleasure. It was an honor. I think he just basically meant like it was an honor being TNA champion. I mean, if his deal is up, I would be shocked because unless Scotty D signed him just to a big money deal for 1 year, I think
he extended. I think he extended.
I honestly could see him now that he is beltless. The dream, because I told them in the chat and I posted it in Top Rope too. I told y'all my dream. My dream is to hear someone's music come on. Either he about to be a wanted, something about to come on. Either he gonna be Nick Ziggler, as far as I'm concerned. I'm ready now that they got this partnership going. I need Nick Nemeth to cross over and become Dolph Ziggler one more time, just so I can talk that shit to everybody. So we can say it's Dolph time. Because Nick time is cool. That's cool. But it's Dolph time. And yes, Cody, Charlotte is coming back. Or as I like to say, because Charlotte she that bitch. That's that bitch. She that girl. Like ever since like the face turn, like she has fully established, like, hey, I'm a dress good. She is her daddy's daughter now. Like, hey, I'm that girl. She coming out there like when they put that promo up, when that promo came on Friday saying Charlotte was showing up, I said, like Flair jig time. It's almost back.
Oh yeah. This is from January 10th from Sports Illustrated. It says PWI is reporting that Nemeth's original deal. Well, I'm gonna start at the top. TNA World Champ. Again, this was prior to last night. Nick Nemeth has signed a contract extension with TNA. This is from Sports Illustrated. PWI is reporting that Nemeth's original deal was set to expire at the start of this year, but that the two sides were able to come to an agreement and keep the former WWE star with the company longer. This report does not indicate how long Nemeth extended for. So we know he's staying for the time being.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I know Mongo, he had posted it a couple days ago. And I was like, oh, wow, he's staying. Okay. He must really enjoy it there.
So yeah, he'll probably become Dolph at some point, or somebody go cross over and fight him.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm saying it right now, because who was the best when they was in WWE at making people? It was Dolph Ziggler. Who would be great at putting over a good, fearsome death? Dolph Ziggler. Oba versus Nick Nemeth. Booked by Maddie. The assistant GM. The assistant writer. Yep. And y'all can be like, Matt don't really write there. Yes, I do. Matt Bloom, a.k.a. Prince Albert. We'll just act like my name. We'll just take that Bloom right on off. It's me. I'm helping him write. That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But so Britt Baker, if y'all remember about Britt Baker, apparently she is on her way out of AEW. Apparently it says she might be done with AEW, according to Wade Keller of Pro Wrestling Torch. He's going to explains why and why she might not be back. She might be done with AEW. At least the feeling I'm getting from talking to people in AEW is Tony Khan might have her in the same category as some other wrestlers where they just don't get phone calls, don't get called in to show up. There's a lot of frustration with her. I'm told, and I've heard this pretty consistently, she's wildly unpopular in the women's locker room. I've heard that too. I've heard that like before, that she's kind of like, it's been kind of back and forth. One person said no one ever wants to see her come back. Speaking of the women's locker room, now that is a bold statement. I could imagine somebody on social media going, I'm a women's wrestler in AEW and I want her back. Okay, fair enough. But I'm just telling you, somebody's perception is nobody wants her back. That's how bad it is. Somebody is willing to tell me that. Yeah, so that is that. I honestly, yes, cookies. I definitely saw that. Allie catches a leg. Mongo shared it in the chat, and I just heard the snap. I just heard the snap and her scream, and I was like, "Oh God!" And coincidentally, I had that as a story put up here. They have already started to GoFundMe immediately after that. I think she is set to get surgery. Starting, I think she's going to get surgery on Wednesday. Yeah, it's in the next couple of days, ideally tomorrow. So we'll see. But yeah, they've already started to GoFundMe. I'm sure that has raised a bunch of money. So yeah, all thoughts and prayers to Allie Katch, because that was that was a horrible injury. Seeing her leg do that. Back to Britt Baker, she is basically, I guess she is on her way out. I did see something on Twitter where she apparently liked the tweet that was basically inferring into how Tony Khan treated her. Let's see. I can find it. It was basically just saying like, "Oh, Tony Khan basically used her up, and now she ain't got nothing else to do. Like now that she can't do nothing for him, he done with her." I was just like, "Well, damn."
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care for Britt Baker. Like at first I did, but over the course of time, she just fizzled out. And
yeah,
I guess it came to a point where she was there too long, I guess, although the company It's only 5 years old, but I mean, she was a world women's champion there. She was a big name there for a while, and I guess, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if she shows up in NXT, maybe, or she goes to Japan, or she just focuses on being a dentist because that's her other profession. So, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if I was seeing NXT, and also wouldn't shock me if she said, "Hey, I'm just not going to focus on wrestling right now." So.
Right, because I mean, she is a dentist at the end of the day. It says, Elia, here's the tweet. It said, Britt Baker carried that division for 4 years, and suddenly, because you don't need her, she's too much of a problem. She was a scapegoat in the MJF situation, rushed back to feud with Mercedes, then thrown to the wayside. She ended up liking that tweet. Then this person ended up tweeting right after that. It said, people are pointing out that this is what triggered Tony Khan. Because it's a video where Serena Deeb comes out there and she says, like, nobody cares. And Tony Khan is basically, they're saying that that's what triggered him, as saying, like, oh, she needs to be suspended. She needs to just basically stay at home. And they're saying, he says, like, that's on par with the character that she plays. Like, somebody comes out there and she says, like, oh, I don't care. Like, why are you out here? So then she was like, at this point, TK was looking for a reason to be done with her, unserious owner, and she ended up liking that tweet. So it's basically, now that he got Mercedes and he has all these other folks, he don't need her, even though she's been there from the start, like you said, Mike. It's just now it's like, oh, I guess you caused some issues. So she basically did a Ricky Stark.
Pretty much.
That's all that's happening.
Pretty much.
So getting into Raw, Raw preview, breaking news about Raw leading just before we got on. Bayley has officially switched over to Raw. So after she lost on at SmackDown to Tiff, I guess that was her last match on SmackDown. She's officially signed over to Raw tonight, and she's supposed to have a match against Nia Jax. So we'll see. Booty on booty. Also, in a matchup of non-booty proportions, we will have Seth freaking. Well, that's going to probably be our main event, but still, Seth freaking Rollins is going to battle Drew McIntyre. That will be tonight, live on Netflix. The countdown should be getting ready to come on. I'm not going to be watching that. I will be watching the National Championship game. Then I'll be flipping over to Raw a little bit later. But right after that, we're going to have Jey Uso en route. We're going to be talking a little shit as we are on the en route to his Saturday night main event World Heavyweight Championship match against Gunther. Is he going to upset Gunther? We're going to have New Day returning to action against a mystery tag team. We're going to also have Penta. Penta is also going to wrestle tonight. Lyra is going to make her first statements tonight as the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Man, fuck that game and fuck Notre Dame. Yes, fuck Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame always, baddie. Well, it ain't Netflix, but I got my other stream right. That's right. That's right. That's right. We also go have WWE Hall of Famer, the longest reigning SmackDown champion of the whatever era it was in wrestling god, John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL is coming back to Raw, and I can't wait to hear that music. I'm ready to hear that music. And we're going to get Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Collective. So 1 week after suffering the narrow defeat in the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Dakota Kai and Io Sky are going to be taking on two of the three out of PFC. And then we're going to hear from Sami Zayn. I'm interested to see who's going to be this tag team to fight New Day, because it went from being Rey Mysterio, the mystery opponent, to then they just debuted Penta against Chad Gable, and now it's like, all right, who are they going to be fighting? Who are they about to just destroy? So who knows? Coincidentally, we don't got no Finn. There's no Finn on this match. There's no Liv on this match. There's no Mommy. We ain't got no Mommy. We ain't got no Dom, no Finn, no Damien. All right, it's like it can't only be the War Raiders. Like, who else are y'all going? They're gonna fight somebody from the LWO,
Right.
Like, ain't really nobody else they can really fight. I don't even know who else they could, unless they bring up somebody from NXT. They want to Ildris and whatever.
Exactly. Cook.
The wrestler on here, but they don't got the big shit here. They ain't got no Damien. They ain't got no Damien, no Priest, no Finn. They're like, we'll hit y'all with that next week. Go to the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
They saved it for that Rumble, even because, like I said earlier in the comments, this is Saturday night's main event. This is basically the Saturday night's main event. Go home show for them.
Right.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Next Saturday, that just means next Monday it's gonna be Super League coming off of Saturday night's main event. Liv and all them, they getting a little extra week off.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably pop up via satellite.
Right.
Or not at all. Who cares?
Right. I don't think we're going to next Monday. Triple H is like, look, y'all take a couple weeks off. We'll see y'all January 27th.
Right. Okay. Last week Raw was 2 hours and 30 minutes. So
and Roman was and the Tribal Chief is showing up next week also.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's definitely because that's his Roman already said I'll be on Raw January 27th. All right. So that'll eat up some time. That'll be a 3-hour Raw.
Oh yeah.
They'll have a post-game show that I won't be watching. Like that Raw's gonna make sure they do everything. Roman gonna be there. That was gonna have Travis Scott. Also, Travis Scott is performing at halftime of the national championship game, and the song he's performing is the theme song to Monday Night Raw. So, whoopee! As soon as I heard that, I was like, "That's they're like, Travis Scott's performing his new song," and then he played it, and I'm like, "That's definitely."
They're playing his most mainstream song right now.
Right, I was like, that is definitely his song on Raw that he is playing. But if they want to say that, oh yeah. Also, since Pat is going to be at the game tonight, is not Corey Graves, Wade Barrett.
Oh wow. Wow.
Unless they surprise us. Last I heard it was Wade Barrett. So if it's not Wade Barrett, if it's not Wade Barrett, I will definitely be shocked.
Wow.
So yeah, we have definitely been electrified. Y'all, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, follow us at facebook.com/under-the-ring-pod and twitch.tv/under-the-ring-pod. We are here Monday through Wednesday. We're here 6 o'clock, 6:05-ish. Thursdays is our main show, 8:45, 9-ish. You can also follow us at linktree/under-the-ring-pod and at our fingertip.com/under-the-ring-pod. Either of those, you have our individual links and handles. You got Greg at Greg Bush SK on Twitter /X and at Greg Bush on Blue Sky. You got our boy Rock Riz 44. You got the teacher man himself, Mr. Freshbeard. You got me, Mr. Two Belts. I still got 2 of these belts. Also, I'll put Kenny back up there. Our Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion. I'll get him a proper. There we go. And our street team captain, Boreal Maliente. And our local news correspondent, Justin Devante Sang D. Baxley. Hey, we got one more comment. Bye, y'all. Tell Mongo to get back to work before we drag his ass out of bed. back tomorrow. He might be back tomorrow, so just hold on. But more importantly, y'all have y'all a wonderful night. And
Hey.
Well, Cookie say good night, my hetero homies. Yo, champ. Okay, with the thing online. That's all. Look at him. Do the down, y'all. Do the down. Do the down, y'all.
Do the down.
Oh,
Do the down.
oh,
Do the down.
Peace out, y'all.